Hi friends, good day. Today, let us try to understand about what is market value, what are the ways of finding the market value through this video. According to Peter Lynch, know what you own and know why you own it. Before we go in,
Please subscribe for more videos. Click the bell icon for updates.
market value. Market value is the price or the amount a particular asset would get in the marketplace. It is the price the buyer is willing to pay the seller, assuming both have knowledge of the asset's worth. It refers to the current or most recent quoted price for the market-traded security or the value an investment community gives to a particular equity or business. It is also called as OMV or open market valuation. The market value is determined by the fluctuation in the supply and demand. It is not the value the seller offered, but it is the amount that the buyer is willing to pay. For example, if a person is selling the house for 50 lakh, but no one is willing to buy the house for more than 45 lakh, then that means the market value of the house is rupees 45 lakh only, but not the amount the seller or the owner offered in the first place. Market value of the exchange-traded securities such as stocks and futures can be easily determined as their market prices are widely disseminated and easily available, but is little challenging to ascertain the market value for over-the-counter instruments like fixed income securities. Market value can fluctuate a lot over a period of time and is substantially influenced by the business cycle. It plunges during the bear market that accompany recession and rise during the bull market that happens during economic expansions. Market value is not market price. The market value is usually different than market price. A market must meet certain requirements for it to be a fair market. Neither the seller nor the buyer should be distressed. In other words, the buyer does not have to buy and the seller does not have to sell. An example of a distressed seller is a seller who faces bankruptcy if he does not make a sale is a distressed seller. The seller and the buyer must have adequate information and market exposure. The seller should have adequate time to search for the potential buyers, and buyer should have enough time to research and compare all the available alternatives. The purchased price is established through negotiation and mutual agreement rather than forced upon either the buyer or the seller. Finding the market value. Number 1. Finding market value using market capitalization. The most reliable and the straightforward way to determine a company's market value is through market capitalization, which represents the total value of all shares outstanding. It is defined as company's stock value multiplied by its total number of shares outstanding. The disadvantage of this method is that it subjects to the company's value to the fluctuations of the market. Then determine the company's current share price. The stock value that is used in this calculation is the current market value, which is mostly displayed on the stock report pages on any of the major financial websites. The next step is to find the number of outstanding shares. This information will be present in the company's balance sheet, and then it is calculated with all the determined values. That's how market value using market capitalization is found. Number 2. Finding market value using comparable companies. First, we need to see if this is the right method for the company, which works well if a company is privately held or if the market capitalization figures seemed unrealistic for any reason. The next step is to find the comparable companies. Ideally, the companies which are considered should be in the same industry. roughly the same size, and have similar sales and profits to the company we want to know the value. The sales figures that are considered should be recent so that they reflect more or less up-to-date market conditions. After finding the recent sale prices of comparable businesses or valuation of similar public traded companies and average together all the sale prices. This average value can be used as the beginning of an estimate of the market value of the company in question. Number 3. Determining market value using multipliers. The most appropriate method for knowing the market value of small businesses is the multiplier method. This method uses an income figure such as gross sales and inventory, or net profit, and multiplies it by an appropriate coefficient to know the value of the business. This is best used as rough, preliminary valuation method as it ignores many important factors determining the actual value of a company. For this method, we require the annual sales or revenues. Having a sense of the total asset value and the profit margins can also help in value estimation. Next, we need to find the appropriate coefficient to use. The coefficient used will vary based on the industry, the market conditions, and any special concerns within the business. The source of coefficient will also specify the appropriate financial figures to use in the calculation. After finding the appropriate financial figures and coefficient, multiply the numbers to find the value of the company. That's how market value using multipliers is determined.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and do share.